Hi, everybody. How are you today? Hi, everybody. Oh, no! Had that open. Didn't mean to. Hi, guys. How you doing? How are you today? You doing? I'm doing. What happened last time on The Legend of Dragoon? Well, we traveled to Tower of Flanville, defeated that dastardly Lloyd. Finally, Sacred Sister Wink got courageous, stepped in front to rescue him for some reason. True love or whatever. And now our party is currently on the way to the old capital of the human rebellion. And my controller's not connecting, so you'll have to give us 10 seconds. Oh, I know what's going on. There we are. Professional. Yes. Fool. A professional would have had all that sorted out by now. But I was busy sending off stream promos and whatnot. There's always cat hair on my keyboard, or on my mouse pad. Cat hair and chip crumbs. Don't know what that's about. Hey, man. How's it going? Now you're here. Now we can talk about LOD. Oh, for those of you that were not here, you'll see in a minute. You'll see. There are 2 chests we couldn't get yesterday because you'll see. Why is your keyboard in France? There were 2 chests we couldn't get, so I came back. I stayed on after the stream to get them. It took some doing. God, how do you play again? Alright. Oof. Rough. I don't have any items on Miru. Like, I don't have like a bit tack badge or anything on her. I think Hashel and Miru are both still wearing bracelets. Oof. Oof. Do you remember any of this stuff, Ravens? Ships. Can you pass me that bag of ships right there? Damn it. Well, we owe Scout Friend 5 chips. I know Scatty Monsters gave him 1 billion chips tonight. I know we did, but we were watching the Book of Boba Fett after supper, and our son decided to give every chip that was given to him, he gave them to the dog, and that was the best in the world, because Scout would just crunch away at them, and Sketty would be like, oh, and it was his job to get him another one. 420. Yes. Just, good lord. I don't see anything in these. Yeah, we were gonna do this over Discord. But as far as I know, you still have company, so that would be rude for the company. Because what's he supposed to do? How's he doing, by the way? Oh, guest. Tell him he's beautiful. You do it. You tell him it was me. Tell him it was from me, from this face, right here.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
On a 25-month streak. Good lord, have I been streaming for 25 months? Wow. Well, I did take a long hiatus. See, now I'm all a flutter. Now I'm all a fluster. I'm all a flutter. Look at these little clackety boys. Okay. 10 pinches of a twist here. The fool. Alright. You should be able to hop in there. And this goes up, and that's there, and that's there. That. Hey. Beautiful. Gorgeous even. 12 out of 10. So this is going to be a long grind getting us where we need to get. We're going to be doing a lot of fighting. And there's not going to be a lot of dialogue to be had, to be totally honest with you, because, well, no. In certain places, there's going to be a lot of talking, but it's going to be a lot of just getting to the place we're getting to. As far as my memory goes, that'll be the case. I didn't do the thing again. Oof. Dart. Oh, he's got the Soul Eater. That's right. So I think Dart's good till... I think Dart's weapons are like good till the end of the game, until I go back to Lohan, I think, and get that armor. You know the one I mean? You know the one I mean. I brought my water down. By the way, guys, hydrate. I think I have a hydrate button. Was that me or was that Kwai? I don't remember. But there is a hydrate button. Remember to hydrate. Tell your streamer to hydrate. As my #1 mod, I'm leaving it to you to get to building my hydrate button. Okay. Also, I need a mod button for Not a button. I need a reward button for give Lori a chip. She asked for one.
What?
Yeah, she asked for one, so she wants chips mailed directly to her house, one chip at a time. So if you would carefully place, once you request a chip for Lori, would you carefully place that chip in a sealed envelope, and then it will be shipped to an address of her choosing? Oh no! We don't have sheeps. I have to send my friendly neighborhood mod to get chips upstairs. Because that's 6 whole chips for Scaffron. Hachel. I don't know if you were here yesterday, Raven, for the fight against the Wendigo, which is like one of my favorite bosses in LOD. Just cause he was cool, and he had a lot of cool mechanics that were very advanced for its time. Like he would pick up a party member and put them in their chest, or put them in his chest and hide them. And if you attack the Wendigo directly, the Wendigo would, like, you would do damage to your party member and not to the Wendigo. He also had an arm missing, which would go through the ground and come back up again. Or the arm was missing, and it would become like an energy arm, like Nero's devil arm from Devil May Cry 4 ? But the Wendigo had a lot of things that were advanced for its time, and the next we fought like 3 bosses last game, and we fought Lloyd, who is, I think, could have been way cooler. Should I heal as Miru? Do we need to heal? No, she can guard though. And then we fought the Polter Armor, which is another one of my like favorite bosses in this game, because it's built like the Virages are. They have different body parts to attack, and each body part has a different attack on you. So if you remove that body part, you then take away that ability to attack. Well, its sword has like an instant death, and it like ID'd Congo like 3 times. It was rough. Congo remains Congo's Bone Crush it remains my favorite addition. Well, their HP is shit. Fool, I'm better than this. You should be able to. I gave you express permission to be able to. Well, jump in one of the other chat rooms. There you are. Welcome.
There we go.
Gorgeous. Beautiful. How you doing, man?
We just fucking... Alright.
Can I heal in that cave? Hold on. There's a cave back here behind me. I want to see if I can heal in it.
Oh, wait. My camera doesn't matter today. Okay.
No. No. Hey. You're going to want to turn... you're going to want to turn Twitch down because there's an echo.
Yeah, I'm getting it too.
Yeah, so you and I are speaking in real time, and Twitch has a 5-second delay.
Oh, wait, well... If I turn down Twitch, I can't hear you.
We're speaking in Discord. Gloriano. The dead...
What?
Gloriano is the region? Help me out here, game. Why doesn't anyone live in Gloriano? Might have asked that question before.
There we go. Oh.
What? What are you doing?
Oh, there's such a sound delay.
Ah. Here we are at the capital city, Velweb. The Seven Towers...
Will do.
Is Diaz waiting for us somewhere in there? That is the Tower of the Seven Dragoons. The throne of the Holy Emperor is underneath there, which... We are standing at the legendary place where the humans began their liberation. I wonder if it is an abominable place as well. I mean... Didn't the rebellion start at Fort McGrad? Yeah, you think too much, Albert. It's the same as Cadessa, isn't it? When you drag the past around, you cannot walk anywhere or whatever. Turn Twitch down, Bren.
Yeah, I had Twitch turned down, and then I couldn't hear... Like, there was a 5-second delay between you and...
It is true, Miru. The Forbidden Land that was the royal capital of the Wingleys. And this Velweb is a mere historic ruin. God, I hate their usage of the word mirror. And he's like, yes. We can do nothing but settle for the thank you, Dart. Where's Kongol? How come he's never in any of these scenes? Was there like a technical... was there a technical reason for later on? And this is for this and for YouTube, if somebody's in the know. Was there a technical reason why Kongol is never shown in any of these? Because he has almost no lines and no dialogue, and the only time Kongol is seen in shot with all the other characters, it's not Kongol, the 3D model Kongol. It's a 2D cutout of Kongol, and he's standing against a wall, so you can't see that he's not a three-dimensional guy. And the
Did you still hear me, or what?
I can still hear me, you, and myself.
Oh. Fuck's sakes. Far from ideal.
God, Twitch is just popping off tonight. I think when they were picking enemies for this particular area of the world, they were just kind of grab-bagging ideas. They're just grabbing, like... They're taking monsters out of the, like...
Hold on, buddy.
The writer had not... The writers and the artists had an idea for
Now
the...
they didn't have fucking A-dubs.
They didn't have glass A-dubs, but I got you regular A-dubs just in case you like A-dubs.
Appreciate it.
What are you doing, buddy?
You in Discord now, or no?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's fucking echoing really hard, and if I turn it down so we don't fucking echo, I can't hear them.
Here, mute while you sort your technical issues.
Well,
Latency there.
yeah, it's because it's fucking anything. Oh.
I think when they were doing this particular area of the world, they didn't have anything that fit for what Velweb was supposed to be. Like, what monsters would be living in a human ruin. So I think they just kind of reached in their grab bag of, like, the leftover things that didn't fit anywhere else. And they're like, ah, fuck it, this robots. Robots work. Which gives me more reason to think that after the Human Wingly War, such was the devastation caused that there was a such was the devastation between the Human and Wingly War, there was a technological apocalypse. Because that's a robot. That's a robot. 00 parts that hangs out in Serdio, and he's like a super rare encounter, and he's only on the one place, on the one path between Helena Prison and Kazas. Right? You know what I'm talking about? The guy that instant deaths your party? That's a robot. What are they doing? What are they doing in my fantasy game? God, Mirror's goofy. Ugh. I should be using Miranda. She's like level 26 or something. She'll shoot up, though. Miranda will get a lot of experience from where we're at. I'll use her on Disc 4 when I'm screwed around in the Death Frontier. I think that's what I had to do last time, too. Like, look at the structure. Look at the buildings and all the stuff they put together. The humans built all of this while they were at war with the Winglies. Are we? Tight. I can get behind that. Oh, my hands hurt. See, like, look at these guys. It's very Frankensteinian with the electricity and the copper conductors sticking out of their back. Like, what were those guys doing? Who thought of them? Where'd they come from? Like, how do these guys fit into the world of LOD? Like, they got red and blue on their chests. They got red and blue wires. And a girdle strapped on. Like, you know. So their defense is decent. I was getting more experience back in the snowy land than I was here. Wait, can I go this way? Yeah, I'm gonna sell that in a minute. As far as I remember, these brothers had some super tight gear. Damn. I still haven't put anything on these people. It's so cold in my basement. I didn't put the things on. Rings. I didn't put the rings on anybody. Wow. I honestly wasn't expecting an attack to hit that. Well, it's Miru, and she's Miru. These guys hit harder, but I'm getting less experience. Alright. Then we'll go talk to the other two brothers. I forget their names now. Tercero? Yeah, Tercero. Tercero brothers. Brothers, there are no customers here. I'm not doubting your word, though. Don't worry. Believe me, there are always customers, even in this kind of place. Okay, I believe you, so he's the idiot. You're right, brother. There really are customers. It's all due to the skills of my passionate merchant soul. You'll have to learn from this. Shut up. I sell weapons, and I sell items. We are peddlers. Are you? It must be fated that we would meet here. Why don't you take this chance to buy something? Let me thank you in advance. Yeah, I'll buy your things. Let me see what weapons you have, Brother Tesoro. Ah, I got that on the mountain. I got that on the thing. Raises physical... Ooh. Well, I know which little champion needs that. Oh, wait, no. Kongo's got the, I put the bandit's ring on Kongo, didn't I? I'll get a Giganto ring for her while I'm thinking about it. Segundo and Carto have a business somewhere else. If you find them, please buy something from them. Thanks. Thanks, boys. Two healing fogs, one healing breeze. Not much left, eh? Sell this. Sell that. Keep that. I don't remember ever picking up a magic shield. Get rid of this. Get rid of those. Hey! Oh, yeah. Yes. God, yeah. Please say hello to my other two brothers, which I'm not going to pronounce the names of. Yeah, it is. The inventory management's the thing. What I would have done were it me, I would have started with a number of items, and then as you got more party members, your item cap went up. That's me. That's what I would have done, because that makes sense, because they each would have like a backpack or something. I'm huge on backpacks in video games. I love backpacks. Oh, I didn't equip any items on anybody. Hold on. Dart, look at that huge battery. That is true. That is a good point. Humans shot arrows from there, aiming at the Tower of Flanvel. And back then, the humans thought this way, that the arrow would not only shear the darkness that covers the earth, but also shear their corrupted hearts, which were accustomed to being ruled. Why are you suddenly starting to say... She's been saying cryptic shit like this the whole time. I don't know. I still cannot tell. But if we meet the guy who claims he is Diaz, I think we can find out the reason. I'm speaking nonsense again. Let's keep going. A hero from history is waiting for us. You, like, denounced him immediately. Hashel. Oh, he's got an attack badge on. And Miru is now wearing the Giganto's ring because she doesn't hit very hard. But the Giganto ring is fantastic. Yeah, they do. Final Fantasy. I found I could really power through Final Fantasy because even though he was, the boss, whatever, was really fucking up my guys. Okay, I got one character dedicated strictly just to healing. Don't worry about it. It'll be easy. And you have one guy just constantly healing whoever is hurt the most. And just as long as that guy's alive, we're okay because they can keep healing. It's great. Gasp. Shock. I have been waiting for you. You are Shirley. Why? Why are you here? She says. You ascended to heaven, I thought. Interesting. Heaven exists in this. Before that, I had something to take care of here in Velweb. It said in here, Velweb. I couldn't leave the trapped souls alone in this world. Are you talking about... Yes, the 4 souls of the Dragoons have lost their lives during the Dragon campaign. Four. What? 5. Okay, yeah. Alright. The souls were drawn to Mayfill, the gate of the Inferno from which you can never return, is requesting the souls of the Dragoons. The Death City Mayfill? I thought it was destroyed. It's just Death City Mayfill, not the... I don't know how, but it is true that the gate of the Inferno is open. Still open. Rose, I made their souls inert and anchored them in this place, but there is a limit to my power. What were you saying to me? Miru is the best round character in my opinion. Fight me on it, I will. Happily. Best attack stat in the game, or best attack speed in the game, yes. Decent physical attack toward the end, yes. Excellent magical attack, yes. 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 I agree with all of those points. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. Hold on. Second, just wait. Hold on. A glaring hole has appeared. The souls of the Dragoons are wandering somewhere in the towers. But we have to take care of something else now. Let's go find Diaz. Spoilers, everybody, for a 21-year-old game. Shirley would know what's about to happen. Shirley is aware. I don't want to spoil... Okay, you know what? I won't. After the thing, I'll tell you this. I'm going to write it down so I'll forget because my brain is silly. Oh, sorry, scout friend. Shit, buddy. Sorry. Fuck, I just ran my dog over with my chair. Oh, scout friend. Oh, I'm sorry, you big shumpus. I didn't know you were back there. I thought you were in your bed. Oh. Free chips for scout friend. Well, still, there may be the possibility of a new viewer, possibly a new, someone new to the game that may not know, and I wouldn't want to ruin the moment that's coming because it's big. It's like 30 hours to get here for them, you know, the moment. Yeah. Alright, okay. Right. So while we're on the subject of how many times you've played it, who's your team that you put together when you're playing the game and you're building it? You're like, alright, I already know who I'm going to pick. Do you run Miru, Albert, Dart? Yeah. You can't go wrong, and they are mechanically and statistically they are the best across the board. Like Miru's ability to heal, Albert's ability to reduce damage across, their ability just as a collective to just put out damage. Yeah. I know it's like Dart's adventure or whatever, but it doesn't feel that way to me, that it's just Dart's story. It's not. It's all of them. But I would have loved more than anything that you could pull Dart off the line and put someone else in. And you still have Dart walking everybody around, but during fights, you can swap, you know. Yeah. Hashel's great too. I love Hashel. He's got like a little cute little face. I never saw that before. He's got like cute little mouth, like a little Disney thing. You know, like a Beauty and the Beast what's-its. That's the one thing that has always prevented me from taking Miru seriously. That's the one, that part. Toward the end, maybe in the beginning, awkward. I could get behind that. Okay, an awkward kid. Okay, kids are goofy. But toward the end, she's like at the end of the game. She is an experienced veteran at this point. She's like 5. I don't know how you'd represent it story-wise, but she's like a level 5 Dragoon. She has mastered her Dragoon spirit and its abilities. She has fought her way from one side of the continent to the other. She shouldn't still be falling over their hammer. It's like watching wrestling, and you have the guy come out of the back, or like the guy's coming down the ramp, and the pyros go off, and he jumps every time his pyros go. Well, about the 1,000th fucking time, he should stop jumping when his pyros go off. You know what I'm saying? But at the beginning, I could absolutely get behind that. But, I mean, they couldn't... The technical limitations at the time, they couldn't... They're like, yeah, one stance. That's it. That makes it. Excuse me. I mean... She's the most powerful. Oh, she stole a healing potion from me. Good job, Heshel. I mean, I take the whole thing is serious. Why am I saving here? I don't need to save here. Yeah, I do. I mean, she doesn't have to be. When I say serious. She doesn't have to be Rose. Never laugh. Never joke. You know, Miru's lightheartedness and joyfulness balance out how dark and dour and down Rose is all the time. And Shauna's not naivety, but her innocence and her willingness to see the good in people and the willingness to help, as Rose would just fucking kill him. And Miru goes, well, maybe we should, help these people, because she's on her own journey of self-discovery at the same time. You know what I mean? Another reason. I mean, is she a kid? Because it's not clear if she's a child or not. That's another problem I have, but that's later. But no, I mean, I don't expect her, I don't know. She's supposed to be, cheery and fun and yeah, see? Now, Shirley's tower. Fuck, which tower is Shirley's? Oh, there's stones there. Might be this one. I think. Smooth. Yeah. Alright, we're done here. Canonically 16 and her counterpart, she was either... Oh, yeah. Oh, that counterpart. I thought you were referring to Rose as her counterpart. I know the one you mean. I know who you're talking about. Stun him forever. I'm really liking this in my mind now that I'm here and I'm seeing it again and I'm walking through the area. I'm really liking the headcanon that I have that there was a technological apocalypse from after the war. Because that yeah, it does. Speaking of that, I've locked onto a theory that they counter every other edition. I think that's... I haven't been paying attention to it because my brain just, like, forgets the last battle I was just in. But I'm pretty sure it's every second edition. But the skip, it does do that. Oh. Yeah. And one is much harder than the other. And it depends on which guy's doing the Gust of Wind dance. I really appreciate that Lavitz and Al, their attacks were different and not just the same. Like, not the same timing. I really appreciate that they were different. Do I want to talk to all the Dragoons now? Do I want to see them now? Yes, we do. I'll do another fight. Can't do anything about it. Just wasting our time. But, Miranda's editions. Oh, brutal. Yeah. I just realized I'm only getting 20 points a go. Boy, he hits hard. What does he have? Oh, no, he's got the therapy ring on. He was hitting... I believe he was hitting for harder, but I took his attack badge... I took his attack badge off to put a therapy ring on. Yeah. Yeah, I think I had... I'll have to check. It's back in the... It's way back on YouTube somewhere. And this is Servile. Yeah. For me, life is. Death is. Oh. That is one of the Dragoons who lived during the Dragon campaign. Shirley said she is making them a nerd. Why is she capitalized? Really? That's why it doesn't recognize us. There is no reason to be here now. Okay. Well, I guess we're putting... Rose is really going through the ringer here. We'll go. I really appreciate all this. And that's... Yeah, they put a hole there so you could see that you were at the bottom. I like that. I like that little design. So we're at... How many Stardust are we at? Should be 45, and the other 5 Stardust are in the other Enclave, and there's 50s in Rouge. Yeah. Excuse me. I remember one LP, my brother and I were playing together, and when we got here, we bought everybody on the line Giganto rings. And it was absolutely worth it. Although we didn't really use Miranda, or we didn't use Miru. The first time we beat the game, I think we used Alan Kongol. Or was it Rose and Kongol? I don't know. Swords and Ravens was in here a minute ago, so I'll have to ask him. If he even remembers. Because if I don't remember, I don't think he will. Dick smack. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Good on you there, Sensei. What are we at for editions anyway? We just started Cat's Cradle just a little while ago, so. Omni Sweep's nearly done. Okay. What's Tornado? Yeah, okay, I see that. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. Is that what you would call it, though? But I mean, I guess whatever. They had to borrow what they had to get it translated. Can I not get back up? They had to borrow the language available to them at the time. Hi, you.
Here's to new beginnings.
I thank you so much. I can't turn on subtitles, but I appreciate you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Perfect. There. Hey, that was for you. I made that. Now, to get back briefly to these guys, to these fellas right here, and the other mechanical wonders that we find in Velweb, I suspect that during the war, technology was much more advanced because of necessity here. So the humans, what with these Frankenstein monsters or whatever they are here, I suspect the humans stooped to great lengths to do whatever they possibly could to fight the Winglies that not outnumbered them, but most absolutely overpowered them in every way. Magically, tactically, everything. So the humans did everything they possibly could, including creating automata and war machines to fight with them or for them, such as this guy and the Terminators and the Spring Hitters or whatever they're called, right? Now the humans are gone, right, from Velweb, which I don't know why they would abandon Velweb, because it's a massive city. Rats would have moved in for sure, but I really like the idea that after the war and after the Winglies collectively gave up all of their power with the 3 moon objects, when they put all that in there, the magic across the board for the Winglies started to drop. And because of the devastation wrought on both sides, the humans stepped away. Some of the remaining humans stepped away from all this technology and said, this is too much. This is like this guy here, this fellow. Look at him. Like, what hideous abomination is that? But I also left the technology behind. Because that guy's got electrical wires on him and electricity. So they were using that. So what happened? Why would they stop? Why would they go backward to get away from it? I suspect. Hit harder. Good God. Really whack 'em. Yeah. And because I missed that edition and I never introduced myself properly, I'm a amateur writer, I will say. I spend a lot of time writing blurbs and short stories, and I'm in the process of writing novels. And when I see things like, particularly LOD, and I've been playing this game since it came out, I'm one of the few people, I think, that actually has seen it firsthand and remember the LOD commercial that was on. For me, it was on CBC Channel 3. Was the first time I ever saw it. I lived in the country. We had 5 channels. One was French and one only worked on the weekend. I'm not kidding. And when growing up, I grew up in the woods and I had a lot of time to think because I didn't have a lot of stuff because 12 or 13. God, how old am I? I don't remember how old I was when it came out because I'm, one, terrible at math. Can't do math. Second, I don't remember. I don't remember. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing is in here. 99. Where was I in 99? I was still living at home, so there's that. No, we want to keep going down because I want whatever's in that chest. Out of sheer staggering greed. Just give me what's in that chest. Because I want it. It's mine. Grades. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, oh, there was a thing there. I didn't even know. I didn't even see the second chest. I only saw the one at the very, very bottom. Look at her. How you doing? Ah! Well, at least she's stunned. Of course she is. I'm better than this. The rock. You mean climb it back up? Oh yeah, him. I over-leveled wildly. Again, all this is on YouTube. But I over-leveled wildly to take on the Ground Jewel because the first time we took on the Grand Jewel, because Swords and Ravens and I played that game in tandem. Like, we would trade off the controller. When we took on the Grand Jewel for the first time, he kicked our asses so hard. He's like, it's a dragon block staff. No problem. Dragoon. I'm going to crush this guy. Yeah. 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 And you're like, oh, cool. So I'm doing way less damage. So we went and we over-leveled furiously. Because there's a training area right there. Like, there's the Grand Jewel here somewhere, and then there's a little training area with the magic rock fireflies. You know the one I mean? And also you can grind the pucks, and they have a 2% drop for bandit rings. Bandit ring? Or is it dancer shoes? Rose, is this yours? You poor fool. What does this do? Drops your... Avoids instant death. What's your defense? What's your... Oh, it's only by 5. Ah, it's okay. I do like Rose's hairband. Rose. Oh. Ah. There's art on I should have done that. I should have remembered that, and I should have done it last time, but I didn't. I'm like, I'll go in level 5. No problem. I'll go in and just deal with him. Imagine what this place must have looked like. Velweb, I mean. Imagine what Velweb would have looked like. Was Velweb a Wingley city that they liberated? Because I feel like it was. The architecture is a little different, but each Wingley city has its own style. And I feel like Velweb... yes. Yes. More things for Rose. But yeah, no, I can absolutely get behind that. Yeah, the Dragon Buster looks super cool. And it can't just be, which by the way, for everybody paying attention, Lloyd still has that. Lloyd still has that. And the Divine Dragoon Spirit. And the advanced Wingley armor that he's wearing. Yeah. I could get behind... This is dangerous ground to walk on, and it's a knife's edge when you say the word remake. I could get behind a remake only in the instant that there was more clarity and there was just more. Not more where it's a totally entirely different game, but just more, a little bit. Like, I have my own headcanon. And another thing about remasters or remakes is they never live up to the hype. Because when you have something like this, a cult classic, you have it in your brain. I could. I'll put it to you. An alternate... I have two headcanons. Right? Remaster, upping the, yeah, and changing stances. Like, I would change the mechanics, just little quality of life things. Be able to change the edition you're using in battle. Be able to swap out party members in battle. That's very handy. But it wouldn't step away from this. You know what I mean? It wouldn't turn into an action. It wouldn't turn into what FF7 Remake turned into. Yeah, if you could swap them out or swap them in, cycle them out, that would. Then it turns into a grind. It might turn into a grind a little bit like FF10, but not putting in the. If you played FF10 or the other Final Fantasy came with it, you can put up. My buddy, Ricker, he's on here. He's not in the room right now, but he'll tell you about it. Final Fantasy had a thing where you could put in like a function for your party. If you play RPGs, you probably know what I'm talking about. You have, if a character gets below a certain threshold, health threshold, this character will use a healing potion on them. If they die, this character will use a Phoenix down or whatever, and you set the function to attack, heal at this, do this at this, and you could get it to the point where you wouldn't have to touch the controller. Like, you get into a fight, you just put it down, and it'll do the thing on its own. You just pick it up when you're ready to walk somewhere again. You know, I wouldn't do that because that was very. Not took me out of the game, but it just. Oh no, that's exactly what it took you out. It would take me out of it. So okay, well, I'm not necessary here. I've done the thing. I'm gonna walk in the kitchen. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'll come back when this boss fight's done, and there's no. You're not really invested into it. You're like, oh, my program didn't work. Yeah, there, yeah. Good God. I wonder how many winglies that guy killed. Oof. How's your fist feeling, buddy? Punching that brass. Because brass is easy to work with. So you could make automata out of brass. Daxter, if you're here, is there a brass golem in Pathfinder? I tell you, man, this hand. Speaking of punching things, this hand. I broke my hand and hurt my knuckles when I was a teenager, and I'm feeling it today. Is there a chest I missed? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I want to see if there's a chest I missed somewhere. Got the one, got the thing. All right. The point of no return. Shauna? Oh, just shy of too late. Diaz, here are all 3 divine moon objects. That was inside Albert. That was in him. There are no more obstacles to hinder our utopia, which we know is not actually a utopia because Lloyd told us during the battle with the Divine Dragon that it wasn't a utopia. Release the girl! Fine. And he lays her down. Oh. Diaz, Albert. What are you going to do with the divine moon objects? Miranda should be here, too. She should be standing there. Didn't you hear it from Lloyd? My only desire is the advent of the last species. If you are the true Diaz, then you should know what that implies. It's a statement, not a question. Total destruction. What? What do you... But Lloyd, back up. Remember, Lloyd said that during the Battle of the Divine Dragon. Lloyd, well done bringing the Moon Gem, Moon Dagger, and Moon Mirror. Now we can let the Virage Embryo, the god of destruction, the last species we desire, the true Virage arise. I will create the utopia you wanted after the Virage Embryo purges the world. Everything so far was an overture to that. It's a great word. Lloyd, he showed you a false utopia from the beginning. You deceived me. No, he didn't. The utopia exists in the future of this world. What I desire is the creation of the future, not the destruction of this world. I don't need you anymore. And that's how you get your villain over. Diaz, what are you thinking? Hold on. That's how you get your villain over. That's how you get your BBEG over. Because the guy that I've been hunting for 3 discs, and it took me all this time and power and energy to hunt him down, just dummied the guy, the bad guy, the big boss man, just dummied that fucking guy in one move. That's how you get your bad guy over. What are you thinking? I don't need to hide anymore. By the way, for those of you not in the know, the graphics at the time, this, mind-blowing.
It's been a while.
Rose?
Father?
It was your dad! It was your dad the whole time, Dart! Shauna does Dart's lip filler. She's not only the town ranger, she's also the town makeup artist. Fantastic. Is that really you, Dad? You died with Melbu Frama on each other's swords. Rose, what are you talking about? Now I can tell you everything. Gasp. The big reveal. The beginning of the world was an absolute nothingness. Darkness. See, hold on, wait. See, I got a lot more questions to ask you than how this started. No, shut up. I don't care about your plot. You're dead. How are you alive standing here talking to me? And then he's like, in the beginning, nothing. No. Shut up. That's not what I'm talking about. Go to the other thing. Because that's my personal relationship to you. And I'm speaking as Rose. And Dart's relationship to Zeeg are way more important to them than, like, this guy's villainous plot. Whatever it is. Alright, villainous plot. Darkness. The creator Soa sowed a seed to the earth. Soa is an alien. This is the plan of Soa that created all species, the birth of the divine tree. Because Soa is an alien and a gardener. Eventually, the fruit of the divine tree ripened and fell to the ground to fill the world with life. And then we see the divine tree. And it's kick-ass. That was kick-ass, by the way. The Giganto were the 97th fruit. Look at him. My man! The Minotaurs, the 99th fruit. Useless. Dragons from the 105th fruit. Boy, what a jump there. Humans from the 106th fruit. Winglies with magic power from the 107th. And then, at the end, the Virage, the embryo of the god of destruction, was born from the 108th fruit. So desired the destruction and regeneration of the world by a Virage embryo, the god of destruction. So is the Virage like a forest fire? Was that the plan? Because I'm still struggling with that one 21 years later. However, 11,000 years ago, the Wingly found out the tragedy waiting for them and sealed the 108th fruit by separating the flesh and soul. Brilliant idea. The flesh of the god... Sorry, cat hair. I got 2 cats in the house. The flesh of the Virage embryo was taken away from the Winglies as the moon that never sets, that glows in the sky. So the whole moon is a Lovecraftian deity the entire time. The humans have been looking this thing in the face with no idea. Brilliant. And the soul of the god was captured in the crystal sphere that Melbu Frama kept. Yes, to withdraw unlimited magic power from that and to conquer the other species. Right? So he's using the crystal sphere as a font for energy, which is why the Winglies were so hideously powerful. And they could have Cadessa, Mayfill, Xenobatos, and Agri. Fucking the water one. Help me out here with the name. It escapes me right this. Anyway, the Wingly cities that were big and flying, and I suspect they also had a hand in the construction of Velweb. Because Velweb is a sprawling capital, because next time we get to the spot where we're looking, like, down, like when we were looking down, when he, like, just cast Lloyd below, there were buildings down there. So there's this dome over top of a city with another city built on top of that dome. I suspect Velweb was a Wingly city, and the humans liberated that city and took it over for themselves, and there happened to be a structure with 7 towers in it, and the Dragoons moved into it. And somewhere along the way the Gigantos helped, because the Gigantos aren't stupid brutes. They didn't lose all of their magic. I suspect there were great batteries of magic to keep the cities going, because you wouldn't want to have a Wingly. What job would you want where you have to, like, and you're casting magic at the thing to make the city fly. And if you stop, the whole city sinks. Well, why do that? I'll just get a big battery of some magical kind, 'cause I've already got one, the crystal sphere, with unlimited magic power. I'll just make a battery, pull from the sphere into said battery, and then you have just cycling in and out batteries, and you can keep those cities floating, because we know one city crashed. So, one city crashed, one city was underwater, and the other... No, Mayfield is also crashed. Yeah, so there's one city still left floating, so the battery could be lasting indefinitely. I don't know, I didn't write the game, but that makes the most sense to my brain. But, yeah, let's do boss fights. Let's do the hardest ones again, but more like in Hollow Knight when you're playing the Godseeker DLC, and it's those boss rushes, man. Did you know Hollow Knight's got a 40 bosses in a row? That's one boss rush. Brutal. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Conquer the other creatures. However, even with the unlimited magic power that domination was not eternal. Humans arose with Dragoons in front. Nothing was their match because they obtained the power of the dragon, an inferior life form. It's because it's down there in the numbers on the tree. And finally, they drove Melbuframa into a corner. I felt certain of my victory. Oh, yeah. And it was in the next moment, the spell of petrification cast by Melbu captured me. On first name basis, are we? I have waited for 11,000 years. Time, almost eternal, dissolved the spell of Melbu, and I was released from captivity. Days spent with Rose became the eternal past. And I lived as the father of Dart in this age until the tragic day in Neat, where he lived with a certain woman with purple hair. Exactly. And Zeeg dummied him in one move. I cannot believe it. I am here. That is a fact. Then both Dad and Rose are heroes of the Dragon campaign. Thank you, Dart Detective. I'm glad we could solve that one together. Yes, but that's not all. The humans made a mistake. Silly humans just...
An earnest disciple.
Hey! Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Silly humans destroyed... Do you hear it? Because I do. Destroyed the crystal sphere, which was the container of the soul, along with the royal capital Cadessa. The Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was exultant. Excuse me. It could now be born. The free soul, released from the crystal sphere, started to wander. In order to go back to the body left in the moon that never sets, to be born as the last god, to destroy the world, the soul without a body possesses a human body, and then heads for the moon that never sets by repeating the transmigration every 108 years. This is existential, and I fucking love it. You now know the soul of the god of destruction is the Moonchild, the truth of the Moonchild in the legend. Count 108 years in the moon, glitter set. We've heard that 7 times throughout the story. Give the holy blessing to the world. The holy blessing is the destruction. The destruction is so as will. This is the fate that rules the future of the world. Okay. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it. The only one left. In order to deter the birth of the god of destruction, she had to kill the moon children. By stopping her own time, she was even called a demon. That is the true self of Rose, the Black Monster. Rose is the Black Monster, and Dart At this point, can't handle the stress and he has an aneurysm. Tell me it's not true. The Moonchild has to be killed, and the people around it too, before they become servants of the god of destruction. Zakara, if you're here, oh, you can't hear me. But what a story that would make. What a solo game it would be as Rose is the main character. Hear me, feel me on this one. It's post-Dragon campaign. It's Rose's first run around as... She's not... The Black Monster doesn't exist yet, but she has been set on this mission. The first time she has to kill the Moonchild. What a dark and gripping game that would be. And she would encounter a party, and she'd meet people, and be reluctant, of course, because this Rose is not the Rose of the Dragon campaign. They are not the same character at all. But what a story it would be. And it's already in my, like, the story's already forming in my mind. Just there are specific sparks of moments that I have to connect. But she would gather a party, and the Moonchild, it wouldn't, just wait. Hold on. Spoilers. Neat. 2. For 11,000 years, there have been no exceptions. And there can't be. God! It'd be Soa. Legend of Dragoon prequel. You are playing as Rose during the time leading up to Dragon Campoon. During the time leading up to the Dragon campaign, her encounters with the original Dragoons, claiming their spirits, fighting the war, fighting the plot, and then the ending with her finding the first Moonchild. Oof. The Dragon campaign would be its own... Good God, the Dragon campaign would be its own thing, because who knows how long that was. That's like talking about the War in Heaven. That's a Warhammer 40k reference. That's talking about the War in Heaven, or more accurately, would be more like the Horus Heresy. Because I also would love to have that very much. I've got notes written down here and over there somewhere. Notes written of like, oh, that's an idea I would do. And I would, give that a quick run through. But you have what happened, to whom, when, where, towns, names, people, why the humans rebelled. What happened to the other species that we don't know anything about? Because there's Giganto, Minato, and then there's a giant leap to to dragons and then humans. Who's in between? What happened to these guys? Where are they? Dead. They're extinct. The Winglies wiped them out. Would have had to. When did that happen? Probably during the war, and there weren't enough of them left to keep going. Sorry, Dart, this is a moment. Sorry. Dart, God! Dart's just, he doesn't know how to deal with it. Why you? Why do you have to be the black monster? And Zeke's like, that's it. What are you going to do? He yells. Let me tell you one more truth to completely fucking shatter you. Because after this, they are broken people. All of them. Rose, you thought the Princess Luvia you killed 18 years ago was the Moonchild, but it's not true. Luvia had a twin sister. No, she screams. Shauna is the Moonchild. Shauna is the soul of the Virage Embryo, the god of destruction. I'll dissolve the signet of the moon that never sets and cross it with the Moonchild. Now I have everything in my hands. Release Shauna, Dart screams. And you're going to have to kill her to save the world, and Dart can't. Dart is incapable of doing so. But Rose does so without a second of hesitation. This is the limitation of humans. Oh, that's weird. You're talking about humans in the third person. Strange. Zeeg, why? All is the will of the Creator Soa. My hands start the world, and my hands end the world. Tight armor. That's awesome armor. Looks like Gary Oldman's armor in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Right? Probably an inspiration. Wait, which came out first? They look the same, is what I'm saying. I don't know which one came first. I don't know if one is an inspiration to the other, but it looks kick-ass, is what I'm saying. Yes, fate desires it. Dad, wait! And he screams Shauna into the nothingness. Yes, I'd very... Okay. I think I made a terrible mistake and I'm going to have to go through all that again because I pressed B instead of A and I didn't save. And this is on an emulator. And I'm feeling like a fool. Hold on. No, I have to do it again because it won't load. And I didn't autosave. Damn. Damn. That's fine. That's okay. We'll just do it again. It's alright. We'll just zip through it real fast. Shit. But while we do that, we'll have more time to talk about the events that just occurred at this moment. In my haste. The one, Swords, the fucking one with, Gary Oldman. And, she's really hot. I forget her name. She was in, Edward Scissorhands. She got in trouble for stealing underwear. Winona Ryder, that's the one. Thank you. Yes. Brilliant. So anyway, Gary Oldman's armor in that movie, is it the same as Zeke's? God, I'm such a dingus. That's fine. We'll whip through it real fast. Real fast, and then we'll go back to the other thing. The Fool. Oh, we gotta get Rose's headband and everything again. It's fine. It's fine. Ugh. I mean, we're gonna come back here anyway. We're gonna spend a lot of time here. Because on disc 4, I just finished Hell in a Prison Part 2. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. That boss battle is actually surprisingly difficult. Yeah. And a lot of the and you can't take Albert off the line. Fuck. You can't take Albert off the line, and Albert gets like double damage. Fucking Lavitz, excuse me, Lavitz. Albert's not there yet. Very quickly, while we're on the subject of that particular moment in the game, I put it to you an alternate version of the story where instead of Lavitz, it's Albert. Albert dies. Lavitz goes with you instead. I mean, obviously he'd go with you, but... And the butterfly effect of that is very interesting in my mind. Ooh. Yeah. Because Shauna's behind because she gets dumped twice in disc 1. So by the time you get her back, everybody's like level 12 or level 13, and she's still at like level 7, level 8. And there's nothing on this doorway. It's the next one. you imagine speed running this game? There's a fellow in the Discord, the Legend of Dragoon Discord, that speed runs this, and it's I've seen him on doing it on Twitch. I forget his name. If anyone remembers, they can remind me. But watching that guy rip through just charm potions constantly. Yeah. Yeah. I can't, speaking of guard, I cannot think of another game that's got guard as a function. Oh. And he's going to steal from me, and then he's going to run away. Because he's not that fast, though. These two are way faster than him. Yeah. My man. Okay. No, we're alright. We'll get back to where we were. It'll take very little time. And then we will... Oh, it's almost 9. Oh, it is 9 o'clock. Rose's hairband. We're not going to equip Rose's hairband because the other thing she's got's way better. Yeah. Shauna is actually super good. There are not a lot of instances in which I would... There's not a lot of instances where I would mainline Shauna or Miranda, but against certain bosses, they're fantastic. Like the knights on the ghost ship, fantastic. Like you one hit everybody. Yeah. Who else? I can't think of that many darkness enemies. She's terrible against Emperor Dole. I'm not gonna read through all this again. I'm literally just gonna hammer the X button, A button. I'm using a Gears of War Xbox controller. Shauna, oh no! See, look below. For those of you who missed this, look below. Those are buildings. I am pretty confident those are buildings below us. Divine, 3 things. The divine moon objects in which the Winglies put their power. After the crystal sphere was destroyed, the Winglies put a great deal of their magic power inside of those things, and there may have been more floating cities than just the 3. Yeah. Hey, how come Albert vanishes from the conversation after? Like everyone's just in stunned silence and nobody's got anything, and Albert's just like, I'll let them do it. That's another thing that bothered me at the Tower of Flanvel. Albert just left. They just left Dart alone with this super dangerous guy that was taking on the Divine Dragon by himself. No problem. And the other 6 just like, Dart's got him. It's alright. And they go downstairs. You know. Like, Albert should have stayed. Absolutely. And he's like, silly Wingley. Oh, no. For years, Swords and Ravens and I both thought that Lloyd's armor in this was the Divine Dragoon armor. Yeah. I'll have a snooze while he's doing that. Don't worry about it. What's he doing? That one attack where he throws the one sword up in the air? Oh, I could have a shower in this time. Shauna, stop being so whatever you're being. God.
It's been a while. Rose, Dart.
I wonder if the voice actor for Zeke is still alive.
Father?
Hold on a minute. Let me look on Google. I'm sorry. And one other? Dart has 2 voices? Oh, okay, because of the translation. Yeah, okay. Oh, really? Okay. Where's, he's not listed here. The voice of, Worf's brother, Star Trek. Tony, he was Candyman. Yeah. Because when I first read 2 actors, what do you mean? They traded it, like the one guy left halfway through? In the beginning, there was nothing. No, hold on, Zeke. You're dead. I watched you die. I was there. And like, what? What do you mean you were there? You know, the whole thing. The fruit of the divine tree fell because so is an alien. And he's an alien gardener. And he's like, yeah, because he's one of the old ones. Yeah. Rose has literally influenced my dating life. Zakara, who's here a moment ago, would attest to that. She doesn't know me personally, but I'm pretty sure... No, was I having that conversation with Zakara? I don't remember. If you're watching this on YouTube later, Zakara, if you do, I don't know if you will, but if you're watching it later, correct me if I'm wrong. But I was having a conversation with someone. No, it wasn't Zakara at all. My bad. It wasn't her at all. It was somebody else entirely. But we were discussing how Rose had influenced our dating lives, because I saw Rose, black hair, the choker issues, and I was like, that's for me. I don't want trouble. All of this I can get behind. All of this is great. Wonderful. I love it. There are a few rough patches, though, that I would fix over. Mostly. And then when Zeke got up, and I love Zeke's story. I think Zeke's story is great. I think that would be a great little game all by itself. Or a great little... Not a novel, but it could be a novel. It could be its own thing, but... Zeke's story would be fucking great. Right until the Battle of Neat. Or the burning of Neat, I should say. And Zeke's story would be fantastic right to that point. I would love to have a run at that. And I can't believe it. I'm here, and that's a fact. Then both Dad and Rose. I don't know. Calling him Dad is weird. Dad is a modern term. I think. Pretty confident Dad is a modern term, and I don't know what it is. But, oh, you can see Zeke, your face. I didn't notice that before, but Zeke's face is fading through the armor. How many of you have beaten The Legend of Dragoon, so I'm not hitting you with a disgusting spoiler? No, I'll wait till the end. I'll wait till the end, and then I'll say what I was saying. I also have to... The other thing with Shirley, I also have to wait till the end, too. I wrote that down. That's a note. When we get to the end of this, I will bring that back up and say, hey, wait a minute. There's a hole. It's glaring and it's large. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it because she was told specifically about it. And then they did their own... She didn't. And he's like, you. And she's like, yeah, it's me. And it's not a burden she wears proudly. Moonchild. The Moonchild story with Rose's first run, I would love to do that too. I'd love to do that. I just don't have time. I don't have time because I'm like a full-time stay-at-home dad, and my kid is all energy all the time. He's all run around potty all the time. Never stops. He's like, why you? Why does it have to be one of my most trusted companions that I'm strangely attracted to, but I never say anything or do anything about? And it's like, why? And then this part. And what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna tell you something else. And it's so fitting. I'm gonna eat a cracker. It's so fitting. I'm gonna eat 2 crackers. I'm not giving Scoutfront big crackers like this. I was gonna give him a big chip, but I don't want him to have like a big thing in his ear. Do you want a cracker? Oh, you're a good Scoutfront. Oh. Scoutfriend is my dog, by the way. He's a big yellow lab, and he's the yellow mustard of. He's the yellow mustard on the sandwich of friendship. Oh, really? Yeah, in that cave, and there was some art drawn on one of the Facebook pages, on both Facebook pages, and I forget the guy's name now. I was going to commission some artwork for him because I'm doing a video essay on the Legend of Dragoon. I was going to get him commission some art from him. Ben? Doesn't matter. Anyway, listen. He drew this picture of Rose, and Dart wakes up from the events in the ghost ship, and he wakes up in a cave, and it's just he and Rose alone in a cave by the firelight, and Rose is like still wet, and her hair's all soaking wet, and she smells like she's had a bath. I mean, she'll smell like seawater, but I mean, how often do these people bathe? Does she have soap? Probably not on them. I mean, they would. People were actually quite hygienic in the Middle Ages. They weren't just covered in mud and shit. But you get Rose like sitting there across the cave looking at Dart like he's a perfectly good snack, and it'd be real hard for Dart to just look at her. It'd be really hard to talk to her. Creator, Will of Soa, the whole thing. Another detail I'm going to go into in a second. That armor, though, man. Imagine how ornate that armor would be to make if it was steel plate. You know what I mean? Like, you get the steel and then you, like, have to fold. I don't mean, like, with modern techniques where you could just, like, weld it on and then grind it out or whatever. I mean, like, you bend the armor to do the thing so it's rounded. Heavy, though. Good God, it'd be so heavy. And he's like, Dad, wait. Shauna. Oh, Shauna, the girl I love that I didn't know I loved until a little while ago. Yes. And we're going to save over Velweb. I should have saved those in opposite order. You know what I mean? Because you'll see. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's only for me. But I have OCD a little bit. Then we'll restart the thing again. And now starting disc 4. Starting. Move the thing. There you go. Starting disc 4. The Legend of Dragoon. This, by the way, is a yearly thing on this channel. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to play LOD once a year. Because I love this game. I realize that upon hearing me talk about LOD, people would think that I do not love LOD the way that I do. Because I've played it enough times that I see the cracks in it, and I see where the game has not been polished, and I see where things don't work. But I sincerely love this game. Oh, it's going to be hard to go over that save. I'll tell you what, because that's the last one with Lavitz on this LP. Load that. Oh, I got crumbs all over me now. Lori, I have crumbs in my keyboard. What is this? Yeah, Kongol. Lead on. Look at my boy. He's just meat. Solid meat. 600 to 1,200 pounds of rock-solid muscle. I'm totally beaten. You would be. You're wearing nothing. We came all this way and we can't go back. Yeah, we did, he says. No need to return. The city of Winglies is just over there. What was it called? Ulara? I hope we can find out what we should do there. I hope so too. As Miru has never seen Winglies, except for Lloyd and Linus, excluding those two. She's never seen another Wingly except those from her enclave. Let's go down here real fast. Just for a second. And that's the cave. Who could imagine there is such a place under the ground of the desert? It must be a cavity created when water dried up. The world is going on without knowing anything. Without knowing until the end. I wonder if this little world has experienced an end like that. Well, it's fucking dead, Albert, so I would think so. It is not determined yet, and that our world will... It's not determined yet that our world will end. He's like, that's true. We are still here. There is a conflicting story. There's a conflicting theme within the Legend of Dragoon. And it is that the Dragoons fight against fate. But also, it's fate that brought the Dragoons together, but the Dragoons fighting against it. So which is it? There's a. It feels like two people were writing it, and they both had very different ideas about what was being done. Yeah. That's most of them. Oh, I'm sorry, Lavitz. Oh, I love you. Don't be mad at me. What are we in additions, anyway? Not done, surely. Blazing Dynamo. And a million Cat's Cradles left, man. When he's done, I'll put Miranda on the line. I put it to you, though. They're not... Oh, I put it to you. They're not destroying a god. They are... The Dragoons are fighting against the machinations of a god that's no longer there. A god that's absent. I know they call the 108th embryo the god of destruction, but that giving it that name doesn't make it a god. But I feel like this bug is very dangerous for some reason, and I can't remember why. Petrification? It's very... I remember that bug is very dangerous, and I cannot remember why it's very dangerous. Yeah, alright. Poison? I'm sure it'll hit me with the attack. Oh, no. if I walk into that cactus, if I walk into the cactus, it will be an enemy, right? There's a pit I'm supposed to fall into here. This one? I don't have the map of the Death Frontier. Hey, there's the one. So, those are handy. Down, and then it's the next one down, not that one. Gotcha. Yeah, just wait. Yeah, fuck it. I think when Swords and Ravens and I were doing this, I do not recall how long it took us to get out of the Death Frontier because we kept going back to get those chests. Are you an enemy? I have to know. Do you remember doing the first time? Do you remember doing the first time the bridge in Mayfield? The path in Mayfield? Why do the cactuses fly? What a nightmarish creature. How hideous. I love it. It's like a mimic. Yeah! Destroyed cactus. Now we have water. It's cactus. There are certain immutable rules that cannot be broken. Ha! Tell you what, one thing I do love about this game is when you get jumped on by one of these sand seals or whatever they're called. Sandworm, I guess, because they didn't have a license for tremors. If you get jumped by one of the things and the flappy dragonflies, right? Oh no, James! Oh, kickflip, run, Dart. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Is it this way? Oh no! If these guys had an attack, if these dudes had an attack where tentacles come out of their mouth, wow! Look at him! Look at this jolly little guy. Looks like a maggot with teeth. Which in times of high stress in my life, I will occasionally dream about maggots with maws. I don't know why. I don't know what that means. Oof, that Omni Sweep's really doing the work, isn't it? Oh. I wonder what that noise is. That is, yeah, I've taken to doing that as well when I'm waiting. Speaking of spirits, Kongol's Dragoon Stone is super out of place and it annoys the shit out of me. It always bothers. I wake up in the morning and when I don't think about one of the 100 other things that stress me out, I'm like, Kongol's Stone. Oh, run! Oh no! Oh, that's the wrong one. Fuck. But it's near fresh water, though, Dart. Fresh water. Hey. Okay, so further. That way. I'm glad that the random encounters are random encounters you can... random. The random encounters you can see. And they, like, approach you and touch you. Do you want a hand with that? Oh, the cactus grew back. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And you get her addition up. You know what I mean? and she's doing, you know, one hit is like 200 SP, and she's doing something in the semblance of damage. It feels quite good. So then we go this way, and then we go down, or did I just go down? Do I go back this way? Because that should put me under the thing. And then we're gonna... give me this. I'll take that. Fuck yeah, I'll take a Healing Fog. Healing Rain is the one I want. And yeah. And then... shit. And then you have someone healing her. I mean, she's the healer or whatever, but I mean healing her MP. That's something I would also include for the Dragoons, as I would have the Dragoon... I would have particularly Miranda or Miru heal your MP as well, because that would be incredibly useful. But does her I do not recall the last time I used Miranda in Dragoon for any other reason than healing. But does her arrow actually do damage? Because I don't think it does. Then again, I don't use her because she doesn't do any damage and I have healing potions. So, and fuck, and mana is expensive. Down, this way, down. Oh, I made it! I did exactly the thing I wanted to. Okay. And if I put a Giganto ring on her, which is what I do, so now I've got a Healing Rain, which is what I wanted. Because I knew I got a Healing Rain in the Death Frontier. I knew I did. Which is a great fucking name for stuff, by the way. So then... fuck, how do I get out of here? So I've done everything in that direction. That's tight. And this should lead me back to the thing. And I like how the Death Frontier is like nice and squared off, so you don't get lost. And I don't remember where that leads. That's so many of them. Oh, 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 oh. It's okay. I'm gonna go in that pit after this fight. Poor dung beetle. Look at him. He just wanted to make a nice house made out of shit. How thoughtful. Like when you hit the beetle, he goes onto his back. Oh no, he hit me with a ball of shit. Oh. Well, it's dead. I'm gonna have to start using Miranda soon. Have to. Not wild. What about the idea? Run. Made it. Beautiful. Dart, you're so strong, and that's sprinting you get up to. And this is the way to the next area. Because we got everything we wanted to get. Look at that desolate nothing. And there's statues there, by the way, which we didn't have a chance to look at. No. Well. Oh, wait, no, you have to go this way. I believe you have to go into the pit. Because then it drops you underneath the next oasis. Oh, look at that guy. That's Scorpion from, I forget where the other Scorpion is from. Tiburoa. That same scorpion, but brown, but in Tiburoa. Where there is a high population of crystal golems. Yes. I'd love to see Hashel more of like a... Oh no! Oh, it's fine. The only place I recall Crystal Golden... Oh, on the path! Okay. On the path between Serdio and the Twin Castle. Right? On that path, there is a shitload of crystal golems. That's there. Is there stuff this way? Oh. Okay. So we want to go up and as far to the right as we can for that chest, because I would have missed that. And these are nearby where we're at now. Okay. But when you're... Because you're almost done Disc 1 currently, right? When you get to Disc 2, before... Like, after you leave Twin Castle for the first time, go back to Serdio. And you'll... Yeah, when you go back to Serdio, on that path, there's a lot of crystal golems. Water! How come you weren't reacting like that when we found water down there? It's refreshing, because it's fresh water. Here, no monster. Thanks, Kongol. Great tracker. What will the Winglies and Ulara know? Where's Albert? Ah, and they cut Kongol out again, so he doesn't have any lines or anything intelligent to say. They should know the way we, or at least I, should take, so there is no need for you to come. And Miranda just belts her. Are you still saying that? Don't you understand that it's no longer a problem for you alone? I just found out a couple of days ago, and now you think you can judge me? It's not as easy as pursuing one Wingly. Oh! You say it was easy? Don't be so conceited. I mean... Yes, it was easy for Rose. And he's like, Albert, stop it! It won't lead us anywhere. You're right, it won't. Rose, nobody can understand the weight of fate you've carried, but we can at least lighten the burden for you, which is true. That's why we're going with you, Dart says. If you have the strength to argue, we can go on. No, you should. Everybody should rest. Right at this moment. There is no other way. Not like, there's no other way, is there? No, there isn't another way. Alright, so what I'm going to do, because we're at 2 hours and 3 minutes, and it's 9 something, and the lads and I want to rip it up. So I'm going to save here. We're going to call it, because that's a solid stream for the evening. Could keep going. We could keep... No, I have things to do. I have things to do, and they are important, and I must do them. I'm going to save and cover up the Fort McGrad save. And then we're going to spend next stream, which I hope to do tomorrow, or I hope to be joined by Swords and Ravens. We'll sort out the technical issues we were having. Dart's almost finished in his 8th edition. Punch in the moon. Omni sweeps 60 cats. God, she's going to take forever. She put a dancer's ring on her. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, she's already wearing the dancer shoes. Alright. So we're going to call it there. Because, you know, life. I very much hope to be back tomorrow, because I enjoy doing this a lot. So this is what I want all of you to do. You're going to take care of yourself. You're going to take care of somebody else. And I will see you next time.